let's talk about some things. I was watching a video this creator had put up on YouTube. It was a video about those aesthetically pleasing cleaning videos, or those aesthetically pleasing videos where people are putting away their shopping and they're using all of these different gadgets to put their shopping in, or their milk in and their yogurt in, and you know, their fridges are nicely organized, their cupboards are nicely organized. The people that, you know, have a skincare product for every little thing, you know, those types of videos. This particular creator did a video about that and just talked about how these things are naturally unobtainable, and really these creators are using their social media to make you or encourage you to buy through their links. That's why they're using so many different gadgets and showing you different ways that you can organize your fridge and your cupboards, or showing you different skincare products that you don't need, body care products that you may not need, cleaning products that you may not need. And it just made me think about why I'm on this app. Why did I decide to make YouTube videos? Because essentially I don't want anyone to think that I'm on this app because I want to sell products to you. Yes, of course, not so much on YouTube, but definitely on my TikTok page I can link products, and if people buy through my links I do get commission off of that. But that is not the reason why I've started on TikTok and then decided to move over to YouTube. So I'm wanting to just delve into the reasons why, and hopefully that, you know, follows on from my intro video that I did some months ago into the channel and why I started the channel, but just to expand on it a little bit more. So my first reason is I actually feel that there is a gap in the UK creator space when it comes to skincare and hair care. If you was to search on YouTube now for a wash day video or a morning skincare routine, what would come up is a video from somebody in the US and not necessarily anywhere else in the world, to be honest, because no one comes up from like Asia. Like even if you was to search for, well, they might come up if you search for like Korean skincare possibly, but you would also get a mixture of creators that are in the US. And I always found that quite frustrating, because as much as we can get the same products as them, 9 times out of 10 we're getting it late, or they're talking about a product that we can't get in the UK, and so it kind of just leaves you wanting, if that makes sense. So I really felt like I wanted to fill that space, really. Not saying I can do it on my own, but I'm somebody, I live in the UK, lived here all my life, and I just think that there is a gap there. So there's not really many UK creators that are making beauty content using the stuff that we're able to get in the UK, like going to Boots or going to Superdrug or Savers or any of those places to buy your skincare. We don't have a Target. Do you understand? It's just so different. So I just felt like, even for my own benefit, like I wanted to watch that. So I'm doing it for myself too, but I'm also doing it for you guys, because I think that needs to be filled. I think that there are things that we need to be able to take advantage of, is what I'm saying. And I think that there needs to be more UK creators on YouTube. There may be on other apps that I'm not aware of. You can always tell me in the comments. But on YouTube, as I say, if you do a search for wash day, you're generally gonna find US creators. The same with skincare, you're gonna find US creators. So again, I just wanted to fill in that gap. The other reason that I have noted here is so that I can help people with skin issues. Not because I know everything skincare, but because of my own personal experiences with improving my skin over the past few years. I think that, you know, there are certain products that I've used, certain things I've changed in terms of how I take care of my skin over the past few years that I can share with people and help people, if they want to improve their skin texture, help them understand how to get rid of spots, because I was somebody who, I still get bumps but I don't get as many, and I now know how to get rid of them quickly. So that's something that I just wanted to be able to share with people, because again, I feel like there's a gap in the UK of people, even if they're not necessarily in the beauty space, just generally people just talking about their experiences with certain things and how they've dealt with certain things is missing for me personally in the UK. So I felt like I wanted to share that journey with other people and basically show you what I'm using. You don't even have to take my recommendations. It's just a matter of sharing and making sure that we all have access to the same information as the rest of the world. And that leads me on to my third reasoning, and it is to show real life examples. So I feel like, especially in the beauty space, there's a lots of people, I'm not going to say they're fake, but I'm going to say that it is not realistic. Is that the same thing? I don't know. But I just think, like, I'm someone, for example, that doesn't wear makeup at all. I hate makeup. When I was asked if you like to wear makeup, I did, but I never enjoyed it. I hated having that like feeling of stuff just sitting on my face. I never enjoyed it at all. So for me, I'm always going to have the natural look. I'm always just going to wash my face, use my nice good serums, moisturize, use my sunscreen and keep it pushing. I'm never going to be in front of the mirror applying a whole bunch of makeup, and I think that's not bad, but what I'm saying is there's a lot of representation of that. There isn't a lot of representation of let's just let your skin be, let your skin be free. So I think for me that is a real life example. That is, you know, 9 times out of 10 wake up in the morning, we don't have makeup on, right? When you're in your house walking around, you don't have makeup on. So for me, it's about showing real life examples of how you can just be your simple self and be happy with that, and not feel that you need to do the extra things that sometimes is pushed onto you through social media. Again, I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying for me personally, I wanted to see that. So because it wasn't there, I thought, well, let me step into that space and show that. The next two kind of go hand in hand. So I've said that because I want to make content because I enjoy it and it's fun for me, sitting in front of the camera, creating things, thinking of creative ways to deliver a message, not just sitting here and talking, but finding a way to say the same thing in different ways is quite fun actually. And it's different from my day job where I'm at a desk all the time and it's, you know, quite mundane. But being creative kind of makes you use a different side of your brain and makes you think slightly differently. So I do enjoy it. I do enjoy making shorts. I do enjoy making my, you know, wash day videos, my styling videos, body care videos. I enjoy all of those things because it is just showing a different side to me, like more creative side. So that's another reason why I wanted to start making content on YouTube. It's also a way to meet people, isn't it? Like, it's not so much on YouTube, but on my TikTok I've definitely met some really cool people, and I wouldn't have met them if I didn't decide to put myself out there and make content. So, you know, if you're someone who wants to make new friends, then being a content creator, being on social media, posting stuff is definitely a good way to do that. I've heard lots of good stories about, you know, people that have met on social media and become really good friends. So it is definitely a way to meet people if that's something that you're interested in. I wouldn't say that it's something that I wanted or want, but it is just a byproduct of being on here. You're going to meet people, you're going to make connections, you're going to make new friends. So yeah. And lastly, we're not gonna make it seem as if we're not here for the money. That's what we're not gonna do, okay? It is not the main focus. I think the main focus is definitely to give to the people, but also I can't be here for kicks and giggles, right? So the extra income obviously comes in handy, is helpful, and if it's something that I wanted to do instead of my main job, then I do think that YouTube is probably better than most other apps. So yeah, I don't think that people should lie and say, yeah, no, I'm not really doing it for the money. You are, because again, we've all got to eat, right? We've all got to pay our bills. So at the end of the day, the extra income definitely does help. Once you get to a point when you're monetized on this app, then I do believe that the reward in that sense is quite good. And just add to that, working with brands is something that I think would be really exciting and different. Again, different from my day job. So it's not just about being paid to work with brands, but it is about the kind of notoriety of saying, oh, I worked with so-and-so, or I've got to meet these people, or those people that create this product and that product. And I just think that those things are really cool to be able to say, and it's a privilege, because I think there's a lot of people who wish that they could put themselves out there on social media, who wish that they had the confidence to put themselves out there on social media, and they probably look at influencers and hate them. Bit of a strong word, but if you really think about it, if that's something that you want to do but you don't have the confidence to do it, and you see people doing it with ease, it can grate on you, I can only assume. So again, it just goes back to it being a privilege to, you know, not feel afraid to turn on the camera, not feel afraid to show your most vulnerable self in the shower, washing your hair or washing your body. I mean, I never thought I would ever do any of those things. So again, it's making me, I guess, a broader person. It's opening me up to different things and things I would never have thought of. So I think I'm grateful for that, is what I'm basically trying to say. And with that, again, may come extra income if you're able to, you know, work with certain brands and stuff like that. I hope that you have enjoyed this video, a little bit of an insight into my reasonings why I've started my YouTube channel. Just to go back to my point about TikTok, I still post on TikTok, and I've started over there, and I just felt like I really wanted to do a little bit more, do longer form content, talk a little bit more about what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and really help people. So yeah, I hope that you've got that from this video. If you do have any questions for me, do leave them in the comments, and make sure to like this video, and I hopefully will see you in my next one. Take care.